Hello, my name is Carrie. Welcome to my space. I'm glad you're here. Today I am going to do, I believe it is my first winter makeup look for the season, and it is midway through December, so I need to get on those icy looks. This evening I have about 2 hours to do the makeup and then about a half hour to do the photos and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm going to try and stay really focused and get to it and stay on track for time. I'm starting out with a full white base for today's look using Mayron Paradise paints and just wetting my paint with my spray bottle and then working my way through to get the best coverage that I can. The idea behind today's wintry icy makeup is an updated version, and I'm not going to say better, but I'm going to say an updated version of the icy winter makeup I did with colored contacts in December of 2020. This paint is going to be similar to the one that I did in December 2020 in that it's going to be an icy wintry makeup, and I will be using some of the same products like the icy product, which I'm really excited to put on later, but some of the color palette is going to be a little bit different, which should give it an overall different feel and be a different version than the first one. My hands are definitely hurting today. Some of you have seen me wear the compression gloves on my hands, which help manage my pain. So when I'm doing a lot of work on my computer or social media and whatnot on my phone, that helps there not be pain. I did accomplish a lot of great work today, but I am paying for it a little and feeling it in my arms and wrists and hands. I almost forgot to paint my ears. After I have my ears done, the base will be done, and I'll start adding color and some design to get it really going. Now I'm using the dark blue Mayron Paradise paint. I would normally use an eye primer underneath, but this is going to be a quick makeup today. The makeup should hold for the 2 hours that I'll be working on it for. I start with that on the lid, and then I mix a little bit of the blue and the white and just create the general shape of how I want the eyes to be. I look so ghostly on camera right now. I am packing in some Blend Bunny Cosmetics eyeshadow just to deepen the color on the eyes. I use Blend Bunny Cosmetics palettes a lot. This is the Blends palette right now, but I will likely be switching between a couple of the palettes throughout and just using different shades of blue. Using the blue Mayron Paradise paint, the dark blue, and an angled brush, I am beginning to give my brows some shape and color. I have the blue About Face gel liner in my waterline. We are going to make our eyelashes white for this look, but that starts with applying regular mascara. So I'm making sure, ooh, that stinks. I'm gonna let that dry before I get it off the skin so that it doesn't smudge. But I'm pretty heavily applying the mascara, and then we'll paint over it in white. Now I am using the Mayron Starblend blue, a medium size like fluffy brush, and I'm inhaling the powder. And I'm just starting to do a general like contour of my face. It doesn't have to be super smooth by any means because the skin is going to be like icy textured, but I'm just going around here and then around my forehead, blending it out into the white. I decided to try a beauty blender, a dry beauty blender, for applying the blue powder, and it's working really well to give it a lot of like pigmentation. So I'm just gonna keep going throughout the look and hitting all the areas where I want this blue to be. I knew for this color palette I wanted to do rosy cheeks and a rosy nose, so I'm using the Mayron, it's the cream cheek palette. I'm gonna try out these two colors. Alright, we're gonna keep it forwards focused, start with a little bit and build it up. I'm gonna add that same color to the other side, and then I'm gonna take it onto the nose, going around in a circle. And I don't know how I feel. I'm sure it'll look fine in the end. I'm going to use a little bit more of those deeper berry colors right in the center. I've decided to use a brush and kind of tap it, blend it out and around a little bit more. I'm hoping this was a good decision. I'm now going to pair this all with the Starblend white, which will probably have it die down a little and also set it in place. I sometimes use white body paint, or in the past I've also used NYX white liquid liner to coat the lashes, but today I have Wet n Wild. It's a liquid eyeshadow, liquid catsuit cream eyeshadow. So I'm just going over the mascara. You can coat both sides very carefully so you don't get it on your eyeshadow. At this stage, I am going to start adding my speckling in. So that means I'm spraying a lot of water into my, ooh, I'm dripping. I spray a lot of water into my Mehron Edge White and take a toothbrush, and then I begin, oh gosh, what a mess I am. And we start doing these little speckles, which helps the skin appear more opaque because white can be hard to get coverage on. It can also give a little bit of a shiny look to the skin. I always move my makeup chair when I'm doing this so that I don't splatter it. This is how we are looking with the speckling on the face, and I'm going to shift over to adding some of the icy product onto my eyebrows. I'm using Ultra Ice that I ordered from a makeup store, I don't remember which one, and this is the Krylon Ice Crystals Small, and I will be pairing these together to create a cool icy effect on my brows. You can see that I've hardly made an indent on this product, but I like using the disposable little lip duties to take the product out and then to apply it. So I'm just gonna put this on my makeup palette. I take a scoop about this size and then I will dip this into the small crystals. I'm going to work that into my brow hairs best that I can. There we go, we got a nice piece on there. And then we just keep building it up like that. I am really happy with how the eyebrows and the face in general is looking, so I am going to move on to filling out more of the icy skin texture. We will be using the Mehron Intense Pressed Pigments in the shades Ignite and Hurricane Blue, and I'm going to be starting with this large Mark Reed signature brush 30. I'm utilizing the shape of the brush to create breaks and shadows, which will give it lots of illusion and dimension. I do have inspiration photos of frozen lakes that are like cracked, so I'm using that a little bit to get some inspiration on what kind of shapes. Here are the different lines and shapes that I have started creating, and this is basically layer 1 of building up the icy illusion look. Now I am going in with the darker blue and just deepening some of those original cracks and making different shadows. My next technique is another that I really enjoy pulling out on occasion. I am taking my wet Mehron Edge White don't know why that was so hard for me to say, and crumpling up a paper towel and then going in and hitting a couple areas, and it creates a cool, organic, icy, snowy kind of texture and pattern. I added that layer all over and on the face, and I am pretty happy with how it's coming along. Now I am going to really take inspiration from those frozen lake photos, begin hand painting different layers to the ice. I do want to incorporate some of the frozen ice kind of effect on the face, so I am going to do a little bit with the darker blue and then go over with my white paints again. I don't want to go overboard. I want to keep some of the face clean. This is how we have developed the look so far. We still have lips, wig, highlight. I'm going to use a cool toned highlighter and color contacts, but we are wrapping up and getting closer to the end of this look. For my highlight, I will be using the Mayron Highlight Pro Cool palette. This is the blue toned highlight, so I'm going to use that one. Put it on the inner corner of the eye here. We're going to add it to the upper lip and on the bridge of the nose. I'm going to try using this pink toned cool one on the nose. Gotta tap it out. I like it. And I'll use a little bit of that pink toned one here. I'm using a flat rounded brush to apply some of the highlight under the brow. I'm outlining my lips with this NYX Jumbo pencil. I am going to have to go completely over it with my eyeshadow color because the color is off. It's not the same as the eyeshadow. I'm now using my Blend Bunny Cosmetics that I used on my eyes and going over the lip cream products that I applied, and this is going to match the color as well as set the cream makeup. I remembered that I have my Blend Bunny Cosmetics highlight palette, so I'm going to use the blue shade. We're gonna use, it's this bottom right color. Ooh. I am also adding a touch of that highlight into the inner corner of the eye because it is so glittery down here, and I want to make sure it's balanced out for the highlight, because the eyes are always a focal point too. It took me about 10 minutes to style my wig. The link to the wig is in my Amazon shop if you want to check it out, but I'm really happy with how the hair turned out with the cute little pigtails and the extra piece kind of wrapping around. I'm going to put in my color contacts, and that is going to close out this look. And that, my friends, wraps up this video. I hope that you have learned maybe a little bit during this. If you have, make sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you're interested in sticking around for more. As many of you know, I have a goal of reaching 4,000 watch hours in order to monetize my YouTube channel. I have a lot of goals for this upcoming year, but this is one of them. I would love to have it done by my birthday, March 29th of 2023. We are just about a quarter of the way there as I am filming this. I have a playlist where you can just play it in the background of your workday all day long, and it will help rack up those watch hours. And then I will be able to earn money from ads, and it will make it a lot more possible for me to continue creating videos and sharing this art form. Thank you so much for sticking with me. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to share below. I hope you have the most wonderful day, and I will see you next time.